A hungry stray dog found a crying child alone. What happened next left rescuers shaking. In the darkest hours of a fierce storm, when the wind howled like a pack of wolves and raindrops fell like daggers, a scene unfolded that would grip your heart. Imagine a desolate ditch, barely visible through the sheets of rain. It is here that a small, helpless cry pierces through the chaos. It is a sound that no one could ignore, yet in that moment, it seems as if the world has turned a deaf ear. But not everyone. A stray dog, injured and starved, wanders through the storm, seeking shelter and survival. Little does he know that fate is about to lead him to a desperate situation, one that will test the limits of his loyalty and courage. As the dog stumbles through the mud, his ribs protruding against his matted fur, he catches a faint whimper that draws him closer to the edge of the ditch. With every step, his heart races, not only out of fear, but an instinctual drive to protect. What he discovers is a baby, alone, wrapped in a thin blanket that is soaked through, shivering in the cold. The sight ignites something deep within him, a flicker of hope and purpose. This moment, so raw and fragile, could change everything for both of them. With determination coursing through his weary body, the dog gingerly picks up the baby's blanket in his mouth, dragging it with the last ounce of strength he has left. He knows he must act, even as exhaustion claws at his limbs. Each inch he drags the blanket to safety feels monumental, a battle against the elements as he fights to save a life that mirrors his own vulnerability. In that instant, the roles are reversed. The stray, once a victim of abandonment and neglect, becomes the protector, the unsung hero of a story that will leave you breathless. But this tale is not just about survival. It's about the threads that bind us, threads of love, loss, and unexpected reunions. As rescuers arrive hours later, they find the baby safe, but the dog collapsed from fatigue, his body trembling and eyes glazed over. Yet, despite his dire condition, he refuses to leave the child's side. It's a scene that speaks volumes, loyalty beyond measure and a love that transcends words. What makes this story even more poignant is the heartbreaking twist of fate. The dog, once a cherished family member, was abandoned by the very same people who now find themselves facing a moment of truth. In a world that often overlooks the forgotten and the lost, this reunion, though bittersweet, serves as a powerful reminder of the bonds we create and sometimes break. As we delve deeper into this incredible journey, prepare yourself for an emotional roller coaster that will challenge your understanding of love and sacrifice. The bravery of this stray dog not only saves a life, but also forces us to confront the choices we make and the consequences that follow. Join us as we uncover the full story of resilience, compassion, and the unbreakable bond between those who have nothing left to lose. As the storm raged on, the intensity of the weather mirrored the urgency of the situation unfolding beneath it. The stray dog, whose name was later revealed to be Max, struggled against the wind, each step a testament to his unwavering spirit. His body, thin and battered from a life of hardship, was fueled by an instinct that ran deeper than mere survival. It was a drive to protect, to care, and to nurture, a maternal instinct born from the remnants of love he once knew. In that moment, as he dragged the blanket, the world around him faded away. The cries of the baby, now muffled by the relentless rain, became his sole focus. Max could feel the weight of his own past pressing down on him, but the innocence of the child ignited a fire within him, pushing him forward. Memories of abandonment flashed through his mind, images of a home he had once known, now a distant echo of warmth and safety. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together in this moment of despair, allowing him a chance to rewrite his story. Meanwhile, the baby, a little girl named Lily, was blissfully unaware of the turmoil around her. Her soft cries, a desperate plea for comfort, resonated like a siren's song, drawing Max closer. The blanket, once an emblem of her vulnerability, became a lifeline as he clenched it tightly in his jaws. Each time he stopped to rest, he looked back at her, his eyes filled with a mix of determination and tenderness. It was a silent promise, a vow that he would not leave her side. As Max finally managed to drag the blanket to a nearby shed, he collapsed to the ground, his body trembling from exhaustion. The small shelter offered a reprieve from the storm, a momentary sanctuary for both the dog and the baby. Max instinctively curled around Lily, shielding her from the cold and the rain with his frail body. It was a heartwarming sight, a protective instinct that transcended the barriers of species, a bond formed in the crucible of adversity. Hours passed, and the storm showed no signs of relenting. Rescuers, alerted by the sound of the baby's cries, braved the elements to search for the source of the distress. As they navigated through the flooded streets, their hearts raced with a mix of hope and fear. Would they be too late? What would they find? The questions spun in their minds, pushing them forward with urgency. Finally, as the rain began to wane, a glimmer of hope appeared. A rescue team, equipped with flashlights and a profound sense of duty, stumbled upon the shed. The sight that greeted them was both heartbreaking and inspiring. There lay Lily, wrapped in her wet blanket, safe and sound, with Max lying protectively beside her, his body almost lifeless, but his spirit unyielding. The rescuers could hardly believe their eyes. The scene was a testament to survival against all odds, a poignant reminder of the lengths one would go to for love. As the team carefully approached, Max's eyes flickered open, filled with a mix of fear and loyalty. Even in his weakened state, he growled softly, unwilling to let anyone harm the child he had fought so hard to protect. The rescuers, recognizing the bond between the dog and the baby, spoke gently, assuring him they were there to help. In that moment, Max seemed to understand. He let out a soft whimper, a sound that conveyed both relief and exhaustion. The paramedics quickly assessed Lily, who was cold but unharmed. They wrapped her in warm blankets and carefully lifted her into their arms. Max, however, struggled to rise, his body trembling from the ordeal. It was then that the rescuers made a life-altering decision. They carried Lily to safety, but they could not leave Max behind. One of the rescuers, a compassionate woman named Sarah, scooped him up in her arms, cradling him as if he were a child himself. Her heart ached for this brave creature who had sacrificed so much. As they made their way back to the vehicles, the team could hardly contain their emotions. They had saved a life, yes, but what transpired next would leave them shaken to their core. At the hospital, as Lily was tended to and stabilized, Max was rushed to the veterinary clinic. The two were separated, but the bond they had forged in those harrowing hours remained unbroken. As the days passed, the story of Max and Lily spread like wildfire through the community. News outlets picked up the tale, highlighting the incredible bravery of the stray dog who had saved a baby. People began to gather at the clinic, bringing donations, food, and supplies for Max's care. The community rallied around both the dog and the child, recognizing the profound connection between them. But in the midst of this whirlwind of support, a darker truth began to surface. It was revealed that Max had once belonged to a family who had abandoned him years prior, leaving him to fend for himself on the streets. The irony was staggering. The same family, now learning of Max's heroism, was confronted with the reality of their choices. The news of their dog's sacrifice reached them, stirring a mix of guilt and regret. Days turned into weeks, and both Max and Lily recovered. Sarah, who had formed a special bond with both of them, kept a close watch on their progress. She couldn't help but feel a sense of responsibility for this peculiar family that had emerged from tragedy. As Max healed, he displayed a remarkable resilience. His spirit, though tested, remained undaunted. The day finally arrived when the family came to the clinic, filled with remorse and a desperate need for redemption. They approached Sarah, their voices trembling as they recounted their regrets. They had never imagined that the dog they had discarded would become a hero, and the weight of their past actions pressed heavily on their hearts. In that fragile moment, something extraordinary happened. As they stepped forward, Max, now healthier and stronger, seemed to recognize their scent. He perked up, his eyes brightening with a flicker of recognition. The scene was charged with emotion, a testament to the complexity of love and loyalty. Max, despite the pain of his past, was more than willing to forgive. As the family reached out to him, hesitance hung in the air. But Max approached them, his tail wagging cautiously, as if to say, "I remember you." The reunion was bittersweet, a moment that encapsulated the rawness of life, love lost, found, and transformed. Sarah watched with a mixture of hope and trepidation, aware that healing takes time and trust is not easily rebuilt. Yet, in that moment, a new chapter began to unfold, not just for Max and Lily, but for the family who had once lost sight of what truly mattered. The journey ahead would be fraught with challenges, but it also held the promise of redemption, the chance to reconnect and rebuild the bonds that had been broken. As this story continues to evolve, the resilience of both Max and Lily stands as a powerful symbol of love's enduring nature. The stray dog, once a victim of abandonment, emerged as a hero, while the baby, a beacon of hope, reminded everyone of the innocence that can bridge the deepest divides. Together, they began a journey not only of recovery, but of reconciliation, a testament to the strength of family, the power of sacrifice, and the unbreakable threads that bind us all. As this story continues to evolve, the resilience of both Max and Lily stands as a powerful symbol of love's enduring nature. The stray dog, once a victim of abandonment, emerged as a hero, while the baby, a beacon of hope, reminded everyone of the innocence that can bridge the deepest divides. Together, they began a journey not only of recovery, but of reconciliation, a testament to the strength of family, the power of sacrifice, and the unbreakable threads that bind us all. In the days following their reunion, both Max and Lily began their recovery journey, each in their own way. For Lily, the physical wounds of the storm were healed, but the emotional scars of being alone in the dark would take a little longer. She was placed in foster care, where she received the love and attention she desperately needed. Her new caregivers were attentive, showering her with affection and care, ensuring she felt safe and secure. With every gentle touch and soothing word, Lily began to trust again, her laughter slowly returning like sunlight breaking through the clouds after a storm. Meanwhile, Max underwent treatment at the veterinary clinic where he had been taken. The staff there recognized the spirit within him, his fierce loyalty, his gentle heart, and the strength that had driven him to save Lily. As he recovered from his physical ailments, including malnutrition and injuries from his life on the streets, the veterinary team couldn't help but marvel at the bond he had formed with Lily. They often found themselves reminiscing about the night of the storm, sharing stories of the bravery displayed by the dog who had defied all odds. As Max regained his strength, his personality began to shine through once again. He was a gentle giant, affectionate and playful with the staff who cared for him. He would wag his tail enthusiastically at every visitor, his spirit seemingly unbroken despite the hardships he had faced. The staff began to organize playdates for Max, allowing him to interact with other dogs. And with each encounter, they noted how he remained gentle and nurturing, always eager to share his newfound joy. The community that had rallied around Max and Lily continued to show their support, organizing fundraisers to help with Max's veterinary bills and to provide resources for Lily's foster family. Local businesses contributed food and supplies, while others organized events to raise awareness about the importance of rescuing and adopting stray animals. This outpouring of love and support not only helped Max, but also highlighted a critical issue in their town. Too many animals were being abandoned, and too many children were in need of loving homes. As weeks turned into months, the story of Max and Lily became a local legend, inspiring countless individuals to take action within their own communities. Schools began to incorporate lessons on compassion and responsibility for animals into their curricula, emphasizing the importance of kindness and empathy. Local shelters reported a surge in volunteers and potential adopters, motivated by the tale of the brave dog who had saved a life. But perhaps the most significant transformation occurred within the family that had once abandoned Max. The remorse they felt after understanding the depth of his sacrifice became a catalyst for change in their lives. They sought counseling to address their past decisions and worked diligently to create a more compassionate environment within their home. They began volunteering at local animal shelters, helping to care for lost and abandoned animals and educating others on responsible pet ownership. The family's journey toward redemption was not easy. They faced criticism and skepticism from many who had heard about their past. Yet, they persevered, determined to prove that they had changed. They often spoke at community events, sharing their story not as a means of garnering sympathy, but to shine a light on the consequences of their actions. They emphasized the importance of commitment to pets, urging others to think carefully before bringing an animal into their lives. As the months passed, the bond between Max and Lily grew deeper. Their reunion had sparked something beautiful. They were not just survivors of hardship, but symbols of resilience and love. Foster parents recognized the connection between the two and began working on a plan to reunite them permanently. They understood that for both Max and Lily, their relationship was more than just companionship. It was a healing force that would help them both move forward from their traumatic pasts. When the day finally arrived for the reunion, the atmosphere was charged with anticipation. Sarah, who had become a close friend to both Max and Lily, organized the event in a local park. The sun beamed down, casting a warm glow over the gathering as community members came together to witness the heartwarming moment. There were balloons, banners, and even a small cake to celebrate the occasion. As Max arrived at the park, his tail wagged furiously, and he seemed to sense that something special was about to happen. He was greeted with cheers and applause from the crowd, many of whom had followed his journey from the very beginning. But all of this faded into the background when Sarah brought Lily out, cradled in her arms. The moment their eyes met was nothing short of magical. Lily's face broke into a radiant smile, and Max's eyes sparkled with recognition. He bounded toward her, a mixture of excitement and tenderness evident in every step. As she reached out her small hands, Max lowered his head, nuzzling against her, a gentle reassurance that he was there, that he would always be there. The reunion was filled with laughter and tears, an emotional tapestry woven from love and loss. The crowd erupted into applause, witnessing a moment that transcended words. It was a testament to the power of second chances, the beauty of forgiveness, and the unbreakable bond that can exist between humans and animals. As they spent the day together, Max and Lily explored the park, their bond strengthening with each passing moment. Max, once astray, now had a purpose: to protect and love the little girl who had captured his heart. Lily, once lost and alone, had found her savior, a loyal companion who would always be by her side. The story of Max and Lily became a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that love knows no bounds. It taught the community about resilience, compassion, and the importance of making better choices. As they moved forward, both Max and Lily carried the scars of their past, but they also carried the promise of a brighter future, one filled with love, laughter, and the unbreakable bond they had formed against all odds. Their journey was far from over, but with each other, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Together, they had not only survived the storm, they had emerged as a powerful testament to the strength of love, the courage of the heart, and the profound connections that can change lives forever. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, the story of Max and Lily serves as a reminder that even in the darkest hours, hope and love can shine through, illuminating the path toward healing and redemption. As Max and Lily continued to explore the park, a sense of joy enveloped them, a feeling that seemed almost palpable in the air. Children played, laughter rang out, and nearby, families enjoyed picnics, oblivious to the extraordinary journey that had brought this remarkable duo together. Max, with his gentle demeanor, was a magnet for attention. Children approached him with outstretched hands, and he welcomed their affection, nuzzling into their palms as if to say, "I'm here for you, just as I was for Lily." Lily, in her innocence, was fascinated by this newfound friend. She giggled as Max playfully bounded around her, his tail wagging like a flag of triumph. This was more than a reunion. It was a celebration of life, a reminder of resilience in the face of adversity. The bond they shared had become a source of strength, healing the wounds inflicted by their pasts. For Lily, Max was not just a dog. He was her protector, her confidant, and her symbol of hope. As the sun settled lower in the sky, casting a warm, golden hue across the park, Sarah gathered everyone around for a small ceremony to honor the connection between Max and Lily. She spoke passionately about the journey they had undertaken, the sacrifices made, and the love that had blossomed in the unlikeliest of circumstances. Her words resonated deeply with everyone present, reminding them that love comes in many forms and that sometimes it takes a fierce bond to heal what has been broken. The story of Max and Lily is not just theirs. It belongs to all of us, Sarah declared, her voice filled with emotion. It teaches us the importance of compassion, of recognizing the dignity in every living being. Let us carry this lesson into our lives, ensuring that we never forget the power of love and the responsibility we have toward those who cannot speak for themselves. As she spoke, Max sat by Lily's side, his eyes scanning the crowd, aware of the love and support surrounding them. He had come so far from the frightened stray lost in the storm to this moment of celebration. The applause that followed Sarah's heartfelt words was a testament to the community's commitment to fostering compassion and empathy for both humans and animals. After the ceremony, the atmosphere shifted to one of merriment. Children played games, adults mingled, and the park became a vibrant tapestry of laughter and joy. Max and Lily, at the center of it all, were the stars of the day. They ran through the grass, their laughter echoing like music, a harmony that spoke of healing and newfound beginnings. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, the celebration transitioned into quiet moments of reflection. Families sat together, sharing stories of their own pets and recounting tales of love and loyalty. It was a time for connection, a reminder of the bonds that tie us all together, whether through blood or through the shared experience of caring for another. Eventually, the time came to leave the park, but the journey for Max and Lily was just beginning. They had found each other against all odds, and now they were determined to build a future filled with love and adventure. Max was welcomed into Lily's foster family, and it was the beginning of a new chapter for both of them. The days that followed were filled with exploration. Max adapted to his new surroundings, learning the rhythms of a household filled with love and laughter. He was introduced to toys, a luxury he had long been deprived of, and he reveled in the joy of play. The soft squeaks of plush toys echoed through the rooms as he and Lily spent hours in the backyard, chasing after balls and rolling in the grass, their laughter intertwining like the threads of a tapestry. Lily, too, blossomed in this nurturing environment. With Max by her side, she began to regain her sense of security and trust. Her caregivers encouraged her to express herself, to share her feelings openly. They provided her with art supplies, and she took to drawing, filling pages with colorful depictions of her adventures with Max. Their escapades in the park, the games they played, and the quiet moments spent cuddled together. As their bond deepened, the two became inseparable. Max seemed to understand Lily's unspoken fears, always staying close by her side, offering comfort in moments of uncertainty. If she had a nightmare, he would be there, nudging her gently awake, his presence a calming force in the chaos of her dreams. Their connection was a dance of mutual healing, a testament to the power of companionship in overcoming trauma. However, their journey wasn't without its challenges. While Lily thrived, there were moments when the shadows of her past crept in. Loud noises, sudden movements, or even heavy rain could trigger memories of her time alone in the storm. During these times, Max would position himself protectively in front of her, his body a barrier against the world. He knew instinctively that his role was to reassure, to provide a safe haven where Lily could begin to heal. The community continued to rally around them, sharing their story through social media and local news outlets. Max and Lily became symbols of hope in a world that often seemed filled with despair. Fundraisers were organized to support local shelters, and educational programs were developed to teach children about empathy towards animals. Schools incorporated lessons on compassion into their curricula, ensuring that the legacy of Max and Lily would live on in the hearts of future generations. As the months passed, discussions began about the possibility of a permanent adoption for Lily. Her foster family had grown deeply attached to her, and they recognized the profound bond she shared with Max. They understood that separating the two would be detrimental to both, as they had become each other's anchors in a world that had once felt so chaotic. The day of the adoption ceremony arrived, and the atmosphere was filled with anticipation and excitement. The local shelter hosted an event to celebrate the new beginnings for both Max and Lily. Families gathered, and the air was thick with love and laughter as everyone came together to witness the official union of this remarkable duo. As Sarah stood at the podium, she recounted their journey once more, her voice filled with warmth and gratitude. She spoke about the importance of family, of the unconventional families formed through love, sacrifice, and shared experiences. Max and Lily, she declared, were the embodiment of this truth. The crowd erupted in applause, their cheers echoing through the hall. With trembling hands, Lily signed the adoption papers, her face beaming with joy. Max, ever the loyal companion, sat beside her, his eyes shining with trust and love. In that moment, they were not just a girl and her dog. They were a family, bound together by the trials they had faced and the love they had cultivated. With the ceremony complete, Max and Lily were officially adopted into a loving home, a place where they could continue to heal and grow together. As they left the shelter, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow that felt like a new beginning. The community continued to support them, not only through donations but also by sharing their story far and wide. Max and Lily became local heroes, inspiring others to adopt, rescue, and advocate for animals in need. Their bond served as a powerful reminder of the incredible connections formed in times of adversity. As they settled into their new life together, Max and Lily embarked on countless adventures. From trips to the beach, where they splashed in the waves and chased seagulls, to quiet evenings spent curled up on the couch, they created memories that would last a lifetime. With each passing day, their love blossomed, an unbreakable bond that grew stronger with every shared experience. Together, they proved that healing is possible, that love can flourish even in the darkest of times. Their story became a beacon of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of companionship. Max and Lily's journey was just beginning, and as they faced the future side by side, they knew that together, they could conquer anything. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, the story of Max and Lily serves as a reminder that even in the darkest hours, hope and love can shine through, illuminating the path toward healing and redemption. Their journey is a beautiful testament to the enduring bonds formed through compassion, sacrifice, and the unwavering spirit of those who love unconditionally. As Max and Lily settled into their new life together, the days unfolded with a sense of wonder and discovery. Each morning brought new adventures, and with every sunset, they created cherished memories that would forever be etched in their hearts. From their backyard, where they played tug-of-war with colorful ropes, to the nearby park, where they chased butterflies and explored the vibrant world around them, their days were filled with laughter and joy. Lily's laughter was like music to Max's ears. Whenever she giggled, he would perk up, his ears standing tall in attention, as if he too were part of the joke. He had become her constant shadow, a protector who instinctively knew when she needed comfort. Whether it was a gentle nudge when she felt sad or a playful bark to coax her into a game, Max was always there, his loyalty unwavering. Their bond deepened as they faced new challenges together. Lily, still learning to navigate her emotions, sometimes struggled with feelings of anxiety, especially during thunderstorms or loud noises. However, Max had an uncanny ability to sense her distress. He would position himself close to her, often resting his head on her lap or leaning against her side, providing a calming presence that allowed her to breathe easier. In those moments, he became her safe harbor, grounding her with his warmth and love. Max's transformation from a stray dog to a beloved family pet was nothing short of miraculous. He thrived in the nurturing environment that Lily's family provided. His coat, once matted and dull, began to shine with health. The weight he had lost during his time on the streets was steadily regained, and his playful spirit returned. He reveled in the warmth of a home, curled up on soft beds, and enjoyed the luxury of belly rubs and treats that had once been foreign to him. As the seasons changed, so did Lily and Max. Summer days were spent splashing in kiddie pools filled with cool water, while autumn brought adventures through piles of colorful leaves. They reveled in the simple pleasures of life, finding joy in every moment spent together. Their shared laughter echoed through the air, a sweet melody celebrating their newfound friendship. Community support continued to surround them like a protective blanket. Local businesses hosted events to raise awareness about adoption, and Max and Lily often became the faces of these initiatives. They participated in charity walks where they met other dogs and their families, sharing their story of resilience and hope. Each encounter inspired more individuals to consider adoption, and the community rallied around the message that every animal deserves a chance at a loving home. As winter approached, the chill in the air brought forth new experiences. Lily, bundled in her warmest coat, would venture into the snow-covered world with Max by her side. They would attempt to catch snowflakes on their tongues, their playful antics drawing laughter from onlookers. Max, with his thick fur, embraced the cold, bounding through the snowdrifts with uncontainable joy. He would pounce and roll, shaking off the snow as it clung to him, while Lily squealed with delight, her heart light and carefree. But amidst the joy of their daily adventures, there were still moments of reflection. Lily would sometimes sit quietly, her gaze drifting to the horizon, as if contemplating the shadows of her past. Max, attuned to her emotions, would sit beside her, his warm presence a reminder that she was safe now. In those moments, the bond between them deepened, a silent understanding that they had both endured struggles that would forever shape who they were. Recognizing the importance of their journey, Lily's family decided to document their experiences. They started a blog, sharing their adventures and the lessons learned along the way. With each post, they highlighted the incredible bond between Max and Lily, offering insights into the healing power of love and companionship. Their story resonated with many, garnering a following that extended beyond their local community. Messages of support and encouragement flooded in, each one a testament to the impact Max and Lily were having on the lives of others. As the months rolled on, the connection between them began to inspire others to take action. Schools invited Lily and her family to speak about their journey, emphasizing the importance of kindness and compassion toward animals. They shared their experiences, urging students to consider adopting pets and advocating against neglect and abandonment. Lily's story became a beacon of hope, illuminating the path for many who had faced similar challenges. Meanwhile, Max flourished in his new role as a therapy dog. Lily's family recognized his gentle demeanor and unwavering loyalty, so they began training him to provide comfort not only to Lily, but also to others in need. With each visit to local hospitals, schools, and community centers, Max brought smiles and warmth to those who needed it most. Children who were ill or frightened would find solace in his presence, and the bond he fostered with each person he met was a beautiful extension of the love he had for Lily. As spring approached, the world around them burst into life, mirroring the transformations happening within Max and Lily. Flowers bloomed, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of renewal. It was a time for celebration, and the community gathered for a festival dedicated to pets and their families. Max and Lily were the guests of honor, their stories celebrated throughout the event. As they walked through the festival grounds, they were greeted with cheers and smiles. Local vendors offered treats and toys, showering them with affection. Children approached, eager to pet Max and hear the tale of his bravery. It was a heartwarming sight, a testament to the profound impact their journey had made on the community. The festival culminated in an awards ceremony, where Lily and Max were recognized for their contributions to animal welfare and community advocacy. As they stood on stage, surrounded by the cheers of their friends and neighbors, Lily felt a surge of pride. She looked down at Max, who wagged his tail enthusiastically, and she realized that this moment was not just about recognition. It was a celebration of resilience, love, and the unbreakable bond they shared. As they accepted their award, Lily spoke to the crowd. Her voice trembled slightly, but her words were filled with sincerity. "Max saved my life," she began, glancing down at her faithful companion. "He showed me that love is stronger than fear and that no matter what happens, we can find our way home if we have each other. I want everyone to know that every animal deserves a chance, just like Max had. Together, we can make a difference." The crowd erupted in applause, and tears of joy filled many eyes. In that moment, a sense of unity enveloped the festival, a collective understanding that love knows no bounds. Max looked up at Lily, his eyes filled with pride and devotion, knowing that together they were changing lives. As the sun began to set behind the festival, casting a warm glow over the celebrations, Max and Lily stood hand in paw, ready to embark on the next chapter of their incredible journey. The world ahead was still uncertain, but they faced it together, their hearts intertwined in a bond that could weather any storm. In the months that followed, their story continued to inspire. Max's role as a therapy dog expanded, and he became a beloved fixture in the community. The bond he shared with Lily grew deeper as they navigated life's challenges together. They were not just survivors. They were advocates for change, champions of love, and symbols of resilience. Their journey had begun in the depths of despair, but it blossomed into a tale of hope and healing. Max and Lily taught everyone around them that love is a powerful force, capable of mending broken hearts and bridging the gaps between fear and trust. In a world that often seemed chaotic and filled with uncertainty, the story of Max and Lily served as a beacon of light, reminding everyone that even in the darkest hours, hope and love can shine through. Together, they had not only survived the storm, they had emerged stronger, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, side by side, heart to heart. And as they continued their journey, they carried with them the promise of new beginnings, a testament to the unbreakable bond that had transformed their lives forever. In the months that followed, their story continued to inspire. Max's role as a therapy dog expanded, and he became a beloved fixture in the community. The bond he shared with Lily grew deeper as they navigated life's challenges together. They were not just survivors. They were advocates for change, champions of love, and symbols of resilience. Their journey had begun in the depths of despair, but it blossomed into a tale of hope and healing. Max and Lily taught everyone around them that love is a powerful force, capable of mending broken hearts and bridging the gaps between fear and trust. As they participated in more community events, Max and Lily became ambassadors for animal welfare. They traveled to schools, sharing their story with students and encouraging empathy towards animals. They spoke about the importance of kindness and the responsibility that comes with pet ownership. Every time they shared their journey, they ignited a spark of compassion in the hearts of those who listened, inspiring others to take action in their communities. Lily's confidence soared as she discovered her voice. She began to lead workshops with Max by her side, teaching children how to care for animals and the significance of adopting pets from shelters. The children were mesmerized by the connection between the girl and her dog, captivated by the stories of bravery and love. Max, with his gentle nature, became a comforting presence, allowing the kids to interact with him, petting him, and learning the importance of treating all living beings with respect. Their influence extended beyond the schoolyard. Local businesses began to partner with them for fundraising events that supported shelters and rescue organizations. Max and Lily were the stars of these events, drawing crowds eager to meet the duo who had captured the community's heart. They participated in charity walks, pet adoption drives, and educational fairs, always spreading the message of compassion and love. With each event, the bond between Max and Lily grew even stronger. They became inseparable, sharing everything from adventures in the park to quiet evenings snuggled up on the couch. Their love was a comforting presence that enveloped them both, a shield against the trials they had faced. Together, they learned that healing is not a linear path. There were ups and downs along the way. But with each challenge, they leaned on each other, growing stronger as a unit. As summer approached, the community organized a special event to celebrate Max and Lily's impact. A day of compassion was planned, where families could bring their pets and learn about responsible pet ownership, the importance of adoption, and how to support local shelters. It was a day filled with activities, including pet training sessions, educational booths, and fun games for both pets and children. On the day of the event, the park was transformed into a vibrant festival filled with laughter and joy. Max and Lily were the guests of honor, and the community turned out in droves to celebrate their journey. Families set up picnic blankets, vendors offered delicious food, and children ran around, their laughter echoing through the air. As the festivities began, Lily took to the stage, her heart racing with excitement and nerves. Max sat beside her, offering silent support. With a deep breath, she began to speak, her voice steady and strong. "Today isn't just about Max and me," she said, looking out at the crowd. "It's about all of us coming together to make a difference. Each one of us has the power to change a life, to offer love to those who need it most." The crowd erupted in applause, and Lily's confidence grew with each word. She spoke about her journey, the struggles she had faced, the love she had found in Max, and the importance of kindness to all beings. Max, sensing the emotion in the air, let out a soft bark, as if to add his own encouragement. It was a moment charged with love, a celebration of the bond that had transformed their lives. As the day continued, families participated in various activities designed to educate and entertain. Children engaged in games that taught them about animal care, while others participated in a pet costume contest, showcasing the creativity and love pet owners had for their furry friends. Max and Lily wandered through the crowds, engaging with families and spreading joy wherever they went. In a heartwarming display, local shelters set up adoption booths, showcasing animals in need of forever homes. The community rallied, and by the end of the day, several pets found loving families. It was a testament to the impact of Max and Lily's story, a ripple effect of compassion that had spread far beyond their initial journey. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the park, the community gathered for the final ceremony. Max and Lily were presented with a special award recognizing their contributions to animal welfare and their unwavering spirit. "You both have shown us that love knows no boundaries," the mayor said, his voice filled with emotion. "You remind us of the power of compassion and the importance of standing up for those who cannot speak for themselves." Tears of joy filled Lily's eyes as she accepted the award, Max sitting proudly by her side. They had come so far from their initial encounter in the storm, and now they stood together as symbols of resilience, hope, and love. As the event drew to a close, families began to pack up and head home, but the spirit of compassion lingered in the air. Max and Lily remained at the park, taking a moment to absorb the day's events. They had not only changed their own lives, but had also inspired countless others to embrace kindness and empathy. In the quiet moments that followed, Lily knelt beside Max, wrapping her arms around him. "We did it, buddy," she whispered, her voice filled with gratitude. "We made a difference." Max leaned into her embrace, his tail wagging gently, as if to echo her sentiment. They were not just a girl and her dog. They were a family, a duo forged through adversity, now shining brightly as beacons of hope in a world that sometimes felt dark. As they made their way home, the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange. Max trotted beside Lily, their steps in sync, a testament to the bond they had built. They knew that their journey was far from over, but together, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. United in love and purpose, they ventured into the unknown, hearts open to the possibilities that awaited them. In the weeks that followed, Max and Lily continued to thrive in their roles as advocates for animal welfare. They received invitations to speak at various events, sharing their story at schools, community centers, and shelters. Each time they took the stage, their connection shone through, captivating audiences with their tale of resilience and love. As their influence grew, so did their commitment to making a difference. They collaborated with local organizations to organize monthly volunteer days, where families could come together to help shelters and support animals in need. Max, always eager to bring joy, became a regular fixture at these events, bringing smiles to the faces of children and adults alike. But it wasn't just about advocacy. It was also about living life to the fullest. Max and Lily embarked on adventures, exploring the beauty of nature and spending weekends hiking, camping, and discovering new trails. They reveled in the simple pleasures of life, finding joy in every moment spent together. One sunny Saturday, they decided to venture to the beach for the first time. Excitement bubbled within Lily as they arrived, the sound of waves crashing against the shore filling the air. Max bounded out of the car, his spirit uncontainable. As they stepped onto the sand, Lily squealed with delight, running ahead to feel the cool water lap at her feet. Max, ever the playful companion, chased after her, his paws digging into the sand as he leaped through the shallow waves. It was a joyous scene, a perfect embodiment of their bond, a celebration of life, friendship, and the healing power of love. For Lily, the beach was a place of freedom, a reminder that she was no longer defined by her past, but empowered by her journey. As they played, laughter echoed through the air, intertwining with the sound of the ocean. Children nearby watched in awe as Max splashed about, his exuberance infectious. The sight of a girl and her dog, so full of life and joy, served as a reminder of the beauty that can emerge from hardship. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Max and Lily settled on a blanket, sharing a picnic of dog-friendly treats and snacks. They watched the waves roll in and out, the rhythmic sounds soothing their souls. Max rested his head on Lily's lap, and she gently stroked his fur, a silent acknowledgement of the journey they had undertaken together. In that tranquil moment, Lily reflected on how far they had come. The storm that had once threatened to engulf her had given way to a life filled with love and purpose. Max had not only saved her that fateful night, but had also become her greatest teacher. He taught her about loyalty, resilience, and the importance of embracing each moment with an open heart. As darkness enveloped the beach, they watched the stars twinkle overhead, a vast expanse of possibilities stretching out before them. It was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, light can be found. They had each other, and together, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Their story continued to unfold, with new adventures on the horizon. They were determined to make a difference, to advocate for those who could not speak for themselves, and to spread the message of love and compassion wherever they went. Max and Lily were not just a girl and her dog. They were a force for change, a testament to the power of love that transcends all boundaries. As they packed up their picnic and prepared to leave the beach, Lily looked down at Max, a smile spreading across her face.